Welcome back, Canes family. Obviously, these suck doing them after now, but I do like to point out as much positive stuff as I can. And we know we have to address the elephants in the room when we get there. We're going to first start off with some positivity. You'll see this cornerback playing, he's bailing, playing deep thirds. Jacoby George is going to make this guy fall with his stuttering comeback. You see how he stops right here and it keeps going. This guy, that's creating separation. This dude is literally on his hands and knees, just getting sauced up. So love that. We've been seeing it all year, to be honest. Just love to see that this is the first thing I could point out in my review, but he had him all the way effed up. Great job here from Jacoby on that route. But he's literally 10 yards away and on his hands and knees. By far, I think this might have been the best game. The defensive line played rushing the passer for sure. Obviously, we gave up over 200 yards rushing, so we'll get into that as the review goes. But pass rushing, Jared Harrison Hunt, Ruben Bain, they are applying pressure. Here's Hunt again over the right guard. Literally just whiff him. He gets completely in. Ruben Bain meet there. Quarterback's making a horrible decision, just trying to avoid the sack and throws it without really seeing here. James Williams jumps right in front of Daryl Porter Jr. And negates his first interception of the year. That would have been huge right here, first drive. Obviously, James can't see or not, but they'll be talking about this on the film room, which is nothing you can correct. It's just it is what it is. But that sucks because this would have been Daryl Porter's first interception of the year and a big play for us because teams don't really throw his way, so you don't really get much opportunities to get those. These are the ones where you can't cover for too long because when guys make plays out there, so the pass rush is starting to get to him a little bit. He starts to roll out. That's a long time to have somebody cover. Jaden Davis is correctly covering him on that comeback route. You'll see on the other way, and then once the quarterback breaks off, it's hard for a corner to just right when he's covering, and the quarterback extends the play, and the next thing you know, the guy's slipping downfield. So it's not really much you can do there for Jaden Davis. That ball has to be out quicker. We have to find a way to get that quarterback, off that read and just not let him run around and play backyard football. I'll just be honest. At this point, it is what it is with Cam. He's gonna have bad eyes, and sometimes fall asleep on that back end. Happened quite a couple times last year. And then now here it is again. He has inside help here with TC. He's going inside. You have Tez Walker coming across on this post, and he's just sitting there. I just don't know what he's looking at. You have TC playing outside. As soon as that ball is caught, you just see TC looking back like, what the hell? Because he has outside leverage. Cam's literally supposed to have his help over the top and to the inside. So I just have no idea what's going on with him. I don't know why he would step up on that, man. That's tough, man. Because for that, TC could have just followed him all the way through and just live with the results in a true one-on-one. That's tough. When one of your best players is making that, he made some plays after this, but that's tough. 2-by-2 set here, and this is man coverage. So great job here clearing out from McCormick. He's going to clear it out, and then TVD knew exactly where to go with this football. When it comes to man on man, literally Jacoby George is a cheat code. He's going to make this guy fall. This is the second corner he's made fall just so far in this review. There's actually going to be two more instances that we'll get to. But again, these dudes is hands and knees. Hands and knees. So you see that hesitation he gives at the top of the route. This is a shin route, so 5 yard and in. Gives him that 1-2. Bam. Comes right across. Great ball from TVD who allows him to, it was on him kind of quick. That ball has some pop to it. So you see how Jacoby, great hands catch, allows him to just tuck it and get upfield for an explosive play. But again, that's a cornerback. Again, oof, boys on all four out here, fam. And then we getting took off on. So love what we're seeing from Jacoby George. I'll complain a little bit about it. But the fact that he had one target in the second half after going, 6 receptions for 125 yards and a touchdown, that's criminal. I just wanted to say that before I moved on because what the f. 11 set. You would think we're about to tie it up. We're on the 1 yard line. Bread and butter's been, this is first and goal. We should have 2-3 cracks at it, running it in, maybe a pass play, but we get a fumble right here. He's falling into the end zone. That's what makes it so horrible. If you just hold on to the ball for 5 more inches, Henry Parrish, this is a touchdown. And Henry Parrish hasn't lost a fumble since 2021. So it's not like this guy has a fumbling ball, but it's just everybody. It's just everybody's ball security from throwing picks to low snaps to people who don't fumble. Don Chaney's never lost a fumble in his career until last week, which you didn't even fumble. We all know that. But technically it happened. And now Henry Parrish, who hasn't fumbled since 2021, it's just what can go wrong will go wrong right now when it comes to ball security. But man, just 5 more inches, bro. And this is not a fumble; it's a touchdown. It's coming right in, and then this guy gets a great job here. He knocks it out, and it fumbles across the goal line. This was tough, man. This was tough. I can't even watch no more. Next play. I bet nobody would ever just try to leave Ruben Bain one on one with the H back coming across, pulling for the wham block. Here's Ruben Bain that left tackle's not even gonna touch him, attempt him. Here he comes, it's supposed to be a wham block, and he just goes right around it for this. This could have been a huge play. Obviously, it was. The running back just happened to be there, or the tight end who came around who missed that block. It just happened to be there and scoop it up timely. But this could have been, a safety for the Canes, even potentially a touchdown. This was, Ruben Bain definitely showed out this game. Obviously we hate to have that loss. Great job here by Nigel Kelly, to make this tackle. But in games like this, when everyone wants to be done with it because what happened, and I get it. You got to take a look at what Ruben Bain was able to accomplish in this game because it was impressive. Stunt here from Nigel Leak inside. It's going to get some pressure because this running back is going to help get in that caught up in that congestion. And then Nigel Leak comes across because you see that linebacker coming in first, so that running back gets too sucked in. Doesn't see Nigel Leak coming across on that spin. By that time, Jared Harrison Hunt's able to get a hand on him, get this quarterback Drake May, starting to stumbling, and then he falls in forward to the D line to get another sack. So again, defensive line, pass rushing, it was there all night for him. I love the juice. These are the type of plays that we're used to seeing all American Cam Kitchens make as he's walking up, walking up, walking up. This is a double A gap blitz, and then he just shoots off from 10 yards on full speed and gets a torpedoes the hell out of Drake May. I mean, but the way Cam Kitchens walked up and shot out of a cannon, this was insane. The way he closed this space, it shot right up because you have the double A gap blitz. There's nothing else you could do. Now it's just 1-on-1, and now obviously no one's that pressure's coming so quick. Where could Drake May throw this ball? No one's even looking yet. By the time Cam gets in, he lays that wood on him. Great thump there from Cam Kitchens. This is one of the better plays, of the night for us. What are you going to do? You're going to split the center and lineman, and then you have only one running back in pass protection, so you're bringing away one more than you could block. And then by the time Cam closes that gap, there's nothing Drake May can do. Textbook. Yes, we got to talk about it. It's not going to be shown here in the condensed game, but we have a boneheaded penalty right after this, which is a 4th and 25. As we were walking out, we have a player, Keontra Smith, who got into it with one of the players and got caught retaliating, which refs are always going to throw that flag. And then boom, 4th and 25 turned into a first down. Can't make boneheaded mistakes like that. Makes you want to throw up doing this review. Earlier this year, or the season, I dropped the Dawson video about his air raid passing concepts and different formations, and it was about his out and up. This is our different way of running it, and it's for a touchdown. We're actually going to run it again for this in the first half for another touchdown with Jacoby George. Love the way he's using that concept and how he's mix and matching. We ran it 7 different ways, and it has worked pretty much every time that we ran it out of different formations. This time it's trips bunch stacked here. Man coverage here. This guy is supposed to be waiting for X to come inside. This is just two bodies just stopping that from happening. It's just an out and up easy, just rub route by the formation. This guy has no chance to get over to X. So it's very simple. X did a great job of, instead of just trying to keep selling that, just start getting vertical. It's a rub route. Your guys 20 yards, 10 yards away from you. Great job by TVD just getting it out to him. But that's play design there from Coach Dawson, and then you draw it up at the right time. It's Riley Williams. He's 6'7", 250 pounds. That's not an easy guy to get around. Plus, your own defender is there, so it's a natural pick. This guy's going to man. But Kobe Young, easy play. The out and ups have worked for us all year. You saw X score against one of our Temple. It's been money. It's a money concept. Love this here because it was an outside zone. It was a little bit. I thought I was looking for a little diversity in the running game. A little bit. Got a little too happy with the inside zone, but I get the inside zone, man. Our best players on the offensive line, Matt Lee, Cohen, and Cooper are inside. I get it, so I'm not tripping too much. But I love the fact when we go trips here to the field side, spread them out, and then we'll hit that near side with the outside zone. Great job here from the whole side of the left offensive line. Look at Jalen Rivers gets out here, gets his job. This is Matt Lee and Cohen double teaming here, which they do all year well, and then Cohen releases, which they've been doing all year well. So you got Rivers kicking out, Matt Lee and Cohen had the double team here, and then they get there. McCormick doing a great job as always on the blocking, and then here comes the dead leg from Henry Parrish. You got to make one of these guys miss. They can't block everybody, and woof, that dead leg is deadly. I mean, bro, like everybody knows it's coming, and you still can't stop it, bro. That boy is dead legging everybody. Great job here. You'll see it again. Here's Matt Lee double team with Cohen. Gets up to the second level. McCormick, great job. Rivers, great job. Now it's on Henry Parrish to make one person miss. We need more explosive run plays. We've been getting the great 3 to 7 to 9 to 10, even 12-yard runs. We need more, runs over 20 yards. But yeah, 29. Yes, my guy. Back in the 12 formation. We're trying to get this play that Riley Williams scored to on Georgia Tech, where you get the mesh concept going, and he sits right here in the middle, fourth down. This is a great job by Isaiah Horton. You're supposed to be meshing here with McCormick. TVD can't get in the ball. This defender sees him coming, so he's following him. Horton runs 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, 5 yards, and then starts looping back. He gave TVD this option, right? This guy shouldn't have rushed TVD, should have kept going with Horton, allowed the rush to go. But I get it. Maybe he could run for a first down. But this is a great job by Horton, just keeping this play alive. TVD's keeping the play alive, but this is just giving giving the play a chance, keeping by continuing, to go upfield. Big time catch here from Horton. I swear, every time he makes a catch, it's an important catch. It's just like the Texas A&M game. It's always like a momentum swinging catch. Something that we need. Here comes the second touchdown I alluded to out of the out and up concept. And again, I have a different style than we ran it all year. We ran it versus Miami, Ohio, successful. We ran it versus, Bethune-Cookman, successful. We ran it versus Texas A&M, successful. We ran it versus Temple, successful. Everywhere we've ran it, every time we've ran it, it's been a touchdown. As Soda X earlier, but this is just easiest man coverage. Here, this guy's getting rubbed. Here, you have Kobe Young going inside. Easy rub, so you give that one step ahead, and then Jacoby George, when that ball is in the air, he's going to track that thing all day. Great job underneath it, running underneath it, and then straight hands. TVD, we're going to talk about him in a second because he's going to take a walloping, but we'll get in on. Just wanted to break down the route first, receiver in me, but love that from JG. 954 Kane, been going stupid crazy, but you have to give this credit here to TVD. They're bringing one more that we could block because we're releasing our running back into the flat. So here it is, comes free hit, right? I guess you could say Cohen, but by the time he sees this guy's coming from way over here, so he's not able to see it. So I guess you could say not maybe one, maybe not one more than we could block, but TVD, way to stay in there and take that hit. Obviously he was shaking up a little bit for the rest of the game after this hit. I'm not gonna lie, he just didn't look the same. Not making excuses for him, but everybody was kind of worried after he got up from that hit because he does have a couple things for the torn ligaments and all that stuff, and that's a big hit. But would have put this on a freaking money, and George to go underneath it and snag it. That's big boy football. Hands team. You started to see some of the effects here. I thought we did good job at the line of scrimmage most of the night. But as the defensive line continued to have to just go out there and go out there and go out there, yeah, they gave in. And yeah, 113 yards rushing at halftime was due to some big rushes, but this they got tired, and you can see this is gonna be a theme, moving forward for the rest of the night. Especially as we go through, man. Defense gave us, the stops when they could, man, but you could tell they got gassed, and then UNC just started pushing, and pushing in this running game. Then this was inexcusable, just giving up the outside here. We have to get outside. We can't jump inside there. Your nickel's supposed to be outside. You can't have this, right? It's just, this is Tez Walker. This guy runs a 4.3. Everybody understands that he's a baller. You can't lose eyes on him and on a reverse. Obviously, we have to talk about this. I love Coach Guidry, but this was definitely a mistake here. North Carolina substituted, so they were giving us a chance to substitute. But I get I don't under I get why, even if they allow you to substitute, why he was screaming trying to get a timeout, because just there was so much confusion. You can't really see it here on this condensed version, but there was people not covering people. There's people just we were so confused, just running people out there on a critical 4th and 1. But you're not the head coach, fam, so you can't jump out there and do that. But like, we were gonna get caught slipping. We didn't have somebody over the slot earlier, so it turned out to be a big penalty on 4th and 1 that automatically gave them the first down. And it's tough. That was tough to swallow. Automatically giving them the first down, and then they push forward to run into the end zone. Man, this shit hurts, bro. It hurts. And that adds right on time because I'm about to cry. Been successful all year. Review on it. It's on the 10 already. The extension of the running game, just that quick screen game. This time we get it to Isaiah Horton, and it's the first time we actually have a receiver really, help. We're doing it with the 2x2 set. Great job from Rashard Smith. Love to see it, which allowed Matt Lee, instead of going to get the corner, which has been his job every time on these screens, he's able to get out in front and ahead. So that was a change up to how we ran the screen. So it was a different look, and it had great results. I love the way Isaiah Horton's playing. I think he's been stepping up, but you got to love the fact that here's Matt Lee. Here's Matt Lee. Here's Cooper. Here's Rivers. Here's all your linemen just running downfield, 20 yards. Love this convoy. Who wouldn't want to run behind, those type of offensive linemen downfield? And then great job from Rashard Smith. Just going to get us in here to field goal range. Here with another catch to Jacoby. We're going to make an excellent catch here. Great job from TVD coming off to where he was looking at. It was there for a second. He had to come back off it. And then Jacoby took it in, took it great hands. You want to make sure you conserve the points here. So great job by TVD getting that ball down. And then Jacoby George making the great adjustment because his quarterback is getting hit. You see that's TVD right there. Didn't want to take the chance and risk the points. So he took the big hit and allowed Andy to make this field goal, or a great try to make this field goal. No safety high. They catch us on a double move here. Great job by Jaden Davis. He's beat here. This is a sluggo. Just pull him. Don't let him go 70 yards for a touchdown. So great job there by Jaden Davis to let that, to not allow him to just go down 70 yards and score. So great tug here. But then we're going to see just a few plays later this touchdown here to him way downfield. It looks like Jaden Davis is getting beat, but, this is quarters coverage. I do believe that safety was flat-footed and didn't get back deep because Jaden Davis is playing outside, so he's not going to have the, he's playing from outside technique. So somebody's supposed to be here in the middle in quarters coverage. So it breaks the field off into 4 parts. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody wasn't there. Outstretched arms, very similar to the Texas A&M play to Evan Stewart on that post where, he's playing outside technique and tries to bite it. So he's doing everything he can to get there, but, there has to be some type of inside help there. That had to be a coverage bust, in my opinion, because just no way. Just no way. After Jacoby George gains another 50 yards of separation, this guy's bailing. Same thing as the first play. This stutter and go for that little comeback. It's a flea flicker. We try to get something deep here to X across the middle. It wasn't there. TVD rightfully so came back down to the comeback, which had so much space and separation. If only Jacoby was able to keep his feet up on his feet, or the ball was just a little higher, just so he can get some room after the catch. But he says, "My bad." Love that. He shouldn't have had his knee down. You have to be able to make some room after the catch. But just the separation. My God, dude, not even on the camera no more. But I just wanted to talk about some good, hype up my dog. Before we have to talk about this bad snap. TVD is 6'4". Everybody could look at it and be like, "Oh man, we could have got that ball." TVD is 6'4", bro. You're gonna snap a ball below his knee, outside of his frame. There's no way he's gonna get that ball. That's a bad thing. And then once it bounces around, it's out of his hands now. It bounced around. Look at that, bro. That's a hard way to corral that. And then before he even gets a chance to fall on it, one of the our linemen's feet hits it. Then it bounces off a knee. Then it bounces off here. So when it rains, it pours. We had that damn fumble on the half-yard line falling in. We get the interception, and now this bad snap. It was just downhill momentum wise. We didn't really adjust much in the second half, and it just kept going down and down, man. We'll continue to say this. In years past, we would have just laid down. We did continue to fight. It's cliche as hell, but it does mean something in the long term. Love the way this whole offensive line sliding left, protecting, and then we just have Kiko wrapping around. So we're bringing this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. We're spying the quarterback here, or he's actually on the running back, excuse me, and then allows Kiko to just full Drake May. We hit him. We hit him a lot. That might be the most times we hit a quarterback, and got the sacks and got all this coming. But Kiko, free hit, man. I wish that ball would have just popped out. It looked like he was getting ready to throw it. Strong hands there from Jake May. I mean Drake May. But again, just the stunt, just spinning around. He's trying to get the right tackle. Has that right, that left DN right in front of him, and no one's coming. No one sees it, and here comes Kiko. This hurts, man. This really hurts. 2x3. We motion into a 2x2 here. We get X on the speed out. You have this post curl coming, which is good right here, right? You see that guy over the top. You see the underneath go outside. So Jacoby George is coming in. That's great, but you have to look at this guy inside, man. You have to look at him. He's dropping underneath it the whole way. You have to find a way to just get that ball down to X right there, even if it's only a few yards, man. If he doesn't make that guy miss, which most likely will, but you got to, bro. You got to get that ball to X or to Henry Parrish right here in front of you. You have to see that linebacker dropping in, man. You just have to. He's telegraphing it here, man. Staring at it. He wanted it, but you have to just hold it for a second. The pressure's coming, so I get it. Maybe he couldn't see, wait to get down to Henry, or maybe he's gonna get hit while he threw it to him. But you're gonna hit anyway, man. Hit X or Henry right there, bro. It was a huge turnover, man. That ball could be out right now to X. So I get this pressure coming here. But just a split second later, bro, you hit Henry Parrish right here. I know the defensive linemen had their hands up. They probably batted down. But even a bat down is better than this situation. Anything but this interception. Of course, they're going to score off the turnover levels. They're going to seam it up the sideline and get the safeties deeper. And then you have the dig just come right across. And it's all about making a tackle. And, Cam doesn't make this tackle, man. I'm hurt, bro. This sucks to watch over again. Sucks to look at. But again, you get the vertical here, get the vertical, and then now here comes the dig across. You just have to find a way to make that tackle one-on-one. When it rains, it pours. It was just that night they're gonna rush 3 here. So where's TVD gonna throw this ball when they're dropping 8? He maybe could have got this out to Brashard, but he's going through left to right. So that was the last read he has. And it's hard when they rush 3 and they get to you. So how are you going to get to your reads when this is going to be a tight window throw? They drop 8 in the coverage. You're looking left to right. By the time you get to maybe throw this ball to Brashard, it's too late. So now you have to just step up and see, there's no separation anywhere. No separation anywhere. So because they're playing coverage, they're not supposed to get there when you rush 3. Yeah, there was a touchdown for North Carolina there. But we're on to bigger and better things. I just can't, bro. We're getting to it. This is just too much, man. We're gonna get sacked again. We have X in the backfield. I like it, but we're trying to get that out and up again. It's just I love the concept. I love it, but man, it's just gonna take too much time to come out of the backfield, and then you would expect the offensive line to hold up, but it's just one of those nights where even where our strength wasn't our strength. So you have TVD who's going to be waiting on this play design from Coach Dawson, trying to get X here and here. They're blitzing, so it's gonna work. It really is gonna work. Like it's a great play call, but you have to be able to block it. That's gonna be your one on one here. You have him carry up the safety. This is literally what you wanted the one on one. Just the O line's not able to hold up. This was a have to have it. Honestly, after this, I just never thought we really could win this game, or we're just, peeking it back in. But you're trying to hit X carrying up the seam here. You have three defender rushing three, right? You have three defenders just sitting right here, trying to just jump up and bat the football. I don't know if TVD saw two of them and didn't want to hit Isaiah Horton because he's going to have to try to get it in there, but he does throw it behind the number three guy to try to hit it up the seam to X. But two safeties under. You have a defender trailing. It's going to hit his back. You have to, in my opinion, regardless if these two guys could factor it in, which probably did factor it in, but it just didn't seem like he saw Horton. I would have tried to go there with it, but it is what it is, man. Just want to give my shout outs and kudos to Rashard Smith. Gonna be running this post dig here. We send AJ and Allen in motion, which sends this guy outside. That's opening up the middle here for TVD. Great job by him understanding that. Once this defender shot out, now you have this middle. Great job here from Rashard Smith because TVD let that ball go. You could tell he was bothered. He's been getting hit all night. Put that on a missile to Brashard Smith, who snatched that all hands, who's been doing the most with his limited opportunities this year. Love me some Brashard. Want more and more of them. 2x2 set here. They'll be doing switch releases. So you'll see Brashard go outside, and you have that basically a curl and comeback. But basically, that ball is on him so fast. It's basically just a curl. Doesn't have to really come back to the outside. You have Horton who's going inside. Brashard is supposed to go out, but that ball is right on the money because TVD steps up and he puts a lot of velocity on that ball. But again, just love the fact we started this last week with Georgia Tech with the switch releases. It's just really hard for defenses in man coverage. So just that's all the separation you need when the ball's out on time. That's not a bunch of separation. If you wait a little bit too long, that DB probably recovers. That ball's right on the money. Rashard Smith catch with your hands so you can get upfield, make another explosive play. Again, loving what I'm seeing from Rashard Smith. I think he needs more opportunities. If we're not going to throw to the tight ends, I do think we need more use the four wide with Brashard. It just helps space out. Look how much space is in the middle because now we don't have just a tight end here attached to the line of scrimmage or two tight ends here attached to the line of scrimmage. They actually have to respect Brashard and put another defensive back over there. So now they're bracketing. They got triangles going on. So what that is corner, inside corner, or linebacker with your safety. So here's your triangle, and X is just gonna. That's weaknesses here. This guy's supposed to carry him up, which allows them to have the time to close on it. But you see X give them that hesitation. This is a great route here by Restrepo. Just hesitation, and TBD right on the money, puts it right where it has to be, back shoulder up, so he can split the two safeties, and they'll be behind this defensive back. But you just got cooked, my guy, 28, because that hesitation was lethal. That's how you run routes. That's how you create separation in tight windows for the end zone. That's saucy here from X. And then TVD, that's great ball placement because this guy's right underneath him. He's trailing. He's supposed to be trailing so these two safeties can get over. And you put that ball right where it needs to go. That's great as execution, but that hesitation, that's sexy from X right there. That is sexy. Don't ask me if I'm all right. You have to make this tackle one on one in the alley cam. Doesn't isn't able to do so. Love the effort here from TC, James, everybody for tracking him down. That's Devontae Brown played hard. Came in relief for Jaden Davis. I don't know if he got hurt or if they just made that switch. But Devontae Brown came in there, played hard. Love that from Corey Couch. Everybody running down to chase this, but you have to make this. You're our All-American player, family. We have to grade you different. We have to think about it like everybody has bad games, but we have to look at you to be that person who doesn't give up these type of plays. But just love the speed there from Devontae Brown and Corey Couch, tracking down, chasing down. Back to back long chasing plays for Devontae Brown because now they have him in motion going across and trying to get this little flat here. He follows all the way across, makes that one-on-one solo tackle for TFL, holds him to a field goal. So great job from Devontae Brown coming in the game and actually making an impact and making his presence be felt. Just gonna end it here for me. We're gonna end it on the best note possible. 2-by-2 set. They motion that receiver out. I mean, they're running back out, so now you know it's man because he's following. This is just a great job. There's no safety help coming his way. He's right here in the middle of the field. He's on our number one receivers, X and Jacoby. Brashard Smith does. It looks so explosive this year. He really does. You can tell he's healthy. The way he eats that cushion on the inside and then plants and bro, this slot fade. He just had extra juice. There was no safety help. He just looked super fast, man. Just love the way he ate the cushion up, gave that inside lean, and then broke for the outside, started fading, and that ball was out there. TVD knew where that safety was at. TVD's pre-snap reads for man coverage are excellent. He knows we're going to get that ball one-on-one. He loves taking the deep shot. We see he's super accurate. He's going to hit Brashard Smith in stride. He's super accurate with that one-on-one. So that's why teams are starting to play more zone and start stirring away from these man situations where TVD could just pick them apart. But this is just a great route here from Brashard Smith. He's going to blow right by this dude. That's going to end it for us, Canes family. Again, I'm one of those people saying Brashard Smith should get some more opportunities, whether that's in the backfield, whether that's actually in the screen extension of the running game, getting some screens. I think we need Zero to get the ball a little bit more, maybe in the traditional running game as well. We need to start seeing some explosive plays go all the way to the house. So maybe he can help in the backfield. But we have to adjust better. We have to get back to the drawing board. Go Canes. Love your family. Let's rebound next week versus Clemson.